A single touch lasting less than 3 seconds can flood a woman's brain with enough oxytocin to make her feel emotionally bonded to you for hours. That is not poetry, that is neuroscience. And yet, most men have absolutely no idea which touches trigger that response and which ones make a woman quietly decide she will never see you again. Today, I am going to tell you exactly which 7 touches change everything. And number 5, that one is almost unfair. Here's something that most people will never tell you out loud. A mature woman does not fall in love with words. She has heard every compliment. She has read every sweet text. She has sat through every candlelit dinner where a man tried too hard to say the right thing. Words stopped impressing her a long time ago. What actually moves her, what actually cracks open that guarded heart she has spent years protecting is something far more primal. Touch, but not just any touch. Not the clumsy, grabby, I saw this in a movie kind of touch. I am talking about specific, intentional, psychologically powerful touches that communicate things words literally cannot say. Safety, confidence, tenderness, desire, all without opening your mouth. Dr. Dashier Kellner, a psychologist at UC Berkeley, conducted a fascinating study where strangers were asked to communicate emotions through brief touches on the forearm. No words, no facial expressions, just touch. The result, people could accurately identify emotions like gratitude, love, and sympathy through touch alone with up to 78% accuracy. 78%. Your mouth wishes it could be that effective, so if you have ever wondered why some men seem to effortlessly make women feel connected to them while others try everything and still get the friend speech, this is your answer. It is not about what they say. It is about how they touch. And a mature woman, a woman who has been through enough to know exactly what she wants, responds to this on an entirely different level than someone in her 20s. Now, before I walk you through all 7 of these touches, I need to warn you about something. 2 of the touches on this list seem so simple that you will be tempted to dismiss them. Do not. Those are the ones that mature women have specifically told me make them feel things they cannot explain. And the last touch on this list, number 7, has a psychological effect so strong that relationship therapists actually prescribe it to couples on the edge of separation. I will explain why when we get there. Let us start with the first touch that quietly rewires how she feels about you. The first touch is what I call the slow lower back guide. And before you roll your eyes thinking this is just basic gentleman behavior, hear me out because the science behind this one is staggering. When you place your hand gently on the small of a woman's back, maybe while walking her through a doorway, guiding her through a crowd, or standing beside her at an event, you're activating one of the most nerve-dense areas of the human body. The lower back contains a massive cluster of nerve endings that are directly connected to the brain's emotional processing centers. A slow, confident, warm hand placed there sends a signal that bypasses logic entirely. But here's the part most men mess up. Speed and pressure matter enormously. A quick pat on the back feels like something her uncle would do at Thanksgiving. A heavy push feels controlling, but a slow, steady, warm placement of your full palm with just enough pressure to say, I am here and I am aware of you, triggers what psychologists call a protective bonding response. Her nervous system reads it as safety. Her brain releases oxytocin, and emotionally she starts associating your presence with calm. A mature woman especially responds to this because she has spent years being the strong one. She has handled everything herself. She has been her own protector. When a man places his hand on her lower back with quiet confidence, it is not about control. It is about communication. It says you do not have to carry everything alone right now. And for a woman who has been carrying the weight of her world on her own shoulders, that single gesture can feel more romantic than 100 roses. The second touch is the two-handed handhold, and this one is criminally underrated.